Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my round 18 AFL tips. Now, I am once again recording these quite early on before the round actually starts because I don't have time once again. So, once again, the same as last week, any layouts or team changes or anything like that, I do not know currently. It's a Tuesday, the round starts on a Friday. So, if there are massive outs, for example, who knows, the Bont pulls up sore at training, something like that, then my tips might have changed. So just bear in mind with that, but otherwise all should be relatively accurate. Starting on Friday night, we have got a blockbuster game. Collingwood take on Geelong. I mean, talk about a must-win game for Collingwood. Let's talk about pros and cons. The pros, it's at the MCG. Collingwood play that ground better. The cons for Collingwood is their form and the injuries. No Brody Myercheck. Geelong's strength, I think, is in their defence, but Collingwood's strength is in their midfield, and I think that's Geelong's weakness. So it should be a battle of scores, which is any game. Thank you, Michael Owen. If Geelong win this game, top four is well and truly on, and if Collingwood lose this game, making that top four is nearly impossible. Making the top eight is in severe jeopardy. Now, I do back Collingwood, and I'm going to tip them by around 10 points. They are not the favourites. The Cats are the favourites. So I'm going for an upset win, but I have faith in Collingwood. I have faith in Craig McRae, and I have faith in that midfield of Collingwood's to be able to consolidate for the lack of forward force. So I'm not sure what they're going to do. They've been rolling Jeremy Howe down forward now. Now that Myercheck's not there, they're probably going to have to think about maybe even playing Darcy Moore up in the forward line. But then who plays on Jeremy Cameron? Billy Frampton doesn't look that good. We're still going to go with Collingwood, but that's a 50-50. A 50-50 is on Saturday as well. The Hawks take on Fremantle in Tassie. Fremantle in amazing form. Hawthorn in very good form as well. Fuck. I'm going to lock in the Hawks at home in Tassie for another upset win. Well, 5 upset wins last week. This week I've already got 2 from 2 upsets. Fremantle are the better team, but in Tassie, I think Hawthorn will know how to play the conditions better. And I just back the Hawks. I back Mitchell. I like what they're doing. And toss of the coin, I'm going to toss the coin to the Fremantle Football Club. Sorry, to the Hawthorn Football Club by 10 points. 10 points? No, let's be realistic. 33 points. I think whoever wins that game is going to win comfortably. Sydney take on North Melbourne at the SCG. A much needed win for Sydney. I don't think North have a chance. Callum Mills is coming back. I do know that for a fact. Toot Mills is out as well. I've just read. If Mills is back, the Swans are back. The Swans. The Dogs take on Carlton at Marvel Stadium. This is where it gets interesting. Carlton will need a win to stay in the top 4, depending on the results. But you would think they will definitely to stay in the top 2. The Dogs are on and off. It is a constant cycle of they win, they lose, they win, they lose. Geez, head to head is interesting. I am going to back. This is the Bont versus Cripps. That's what it is. I'm going to back the Dogs at home as well for an upset win. That's 3 upsets out of 4. I think this is a toss of the coin. Oh, but Carlton are the better team. No, you know what? I'm scrapping that. I'm going to go with a Carlton victory at Marvel Stadium. I'm going against my first inhibitions. I trust Carlton more than the Dogs, even though I think the Dogs are always a week on, week off team. Last week was their week off where they got dominated by Port. This week, therefore, is their week on, but I'm not going to follow that theory. I'm going to go against it and go for a Carlton victory. Adelaide take on St Kilda at Adelaide Oval. I do fancy St Kilda here. I really do. But Adelaide, both these teams are fighting to stay out of bottom 4. I'm sorry I'm playing my eye so much. Got something in there. I'm going to go with the Adelaide Football Club here on the basis that it's at home. This is like... Look, I do genuinely see a world where St Kilda win. Like, honestly, I see that world. But do I see the world where Adelaide wins more? Probably. They're more likely to win. So I'm just going to play a... Oh, wow. Adam Simpson's is part of the ways. Jesus Christ. That just came out. Wow. Okay, anyway, Adelaide wins. Melbourne take on Essendon at the MCG. Wow, this is even harder. No Max Gawn. I think Melbourne are really vulnerable with no Gawn, no Petrarca. I'm backing the Bombers in. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm backing the Bombers in. And this could be a revolutionary win for them. They could genuinely march on to top 2. They win this game. So we're going to go Essendon there by about less than a goal. Let's say 5 points. Gold Coast take on Port Adelaide at home. Gold Coast at home always win. Away from home they always lose. So I am therefore going to be tipping the Gold Coast Football Club to win against the Port Adelaide Football Club. Both these teams are week on, week off as well, are similar to the Dogs. Port won last week. Gold Coast lost last week. Let's reverse those roles this week where the Gold Coast win and the Port Adelaide Football Club lose. Richmond take on the Giants at the MCG. As much as I want to tip Richmond and as much as I did tip them last week against Fremantle, I am going to tip the GWS Giants this week. It should be interesting to see if Dustin Martin comes back. We have a grudge against the Giants. Richmond fans will know how much we hate them. We play them in finals a lot. We play them in prelims, grand finals. We have the wood over them in the big games, but in the little games, and especially given the contrary forms of both these teams, this is the Giants' victory. The Giants will need this to stay in the 8, and that will be their goal. And therefore, I think the Giants win this pretty damn fucking comfortably. Let's go with a 30-point victory to the Giants. And lastly, I am tipping... It depends. So Adam Simpson literally, as of now, the time recording, 2 p.m, he's left. He's left the West Coast Eagles. It's not, according to this, it's still to be decided if his departure is effective immediately. This is the thing. Now, he's going to address the press conference in 20 minutes, but I'm ready now. If Adam Simpson coaches his last game against the Lions, which it might be, I think they can win the West Coast Eagles. The West Coast Eagles will want to win for their coach in his last game. So, but if it's, not his last game, or if he has officially done and someone else will coach them, then I'm not so sure. Now, I think I'm going to go with Brisbane still. But if you're looking back on this and watching it and Simpson has decided that this will be his last game, I do see a world where West Coast win. But that is a world where it's unlikely. So we're going to go with the Brisbane victory. So that is it. I've gone with Collingwood to beat Geelong, Hawthorn to beat Fremantle, Sydney to beat North, the Dogs to beat Carlton to beat the Dogs. I changed that one. Adelaide to beat St Kilda, Essendon to beat Melbourne, Gold Coast to beat Port Adelaide, Richmond to lose to the Giants, and the West Coast Eagles also to lose at home against the Brisbane Lions, dependent on the Simpson departure. They're my tips. Thanks for watching. Follow the TikTok FTFooty, and I'll be seeing you in another video.